Hi, and welcome to Ivy English. I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Today we're doing your absolute favorite, 100% best, most loved lesson, the vocabulary test. I don't know. Do you guys actually love or not love the vocabulary test? I'm curious.
I love it.
No, you guys meaning our listeners. Okay. I know you love it because you love torturing people.
I love taking this kind of test.
Really?
Yeah.
Because?
It shows you your weakness.
Oh, I kind of love these kind of tests because I think it's funny the words that don't fit, and they're sort of amusing to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think that's the most fun part of a vocabulary test. It's like, ooh, what if it was that word? That would be so hilarious. Okay, this is the boring choice, the real word.
Yeah.
But I do love words and vocabulary.
Mm-hmm. 好，所以呢，我跟 Angela 老师都很喜欢这种词汇的东西。那我们刚刚有一点在开玩笑，其实以前我就很喜欢考这种词汇测验，因为它可以告诉你的弱点在哪里，哪些字你不是那么会用，不是那么熟。那 Angela 说，她觉得这种词汇测验很有趣的，就是有的时候那错误的选项，其实放进去会很有喜剧效果，你会觉得蛮有趣的。
I don't like vocabulary tests in my foreign languages, though. It's just hard.
Yeah.
It's fun for me in English. Like when I was a kid taking vocabulary tests.In my native language, I thought it was fun. But Chinese vocabulary tests are hard.
Yeah. 那当然，这个 Angela 老师她母语是英文，所以她喜欢做英文的词汇测验。但是如果换成中文的词汇测验，她就很头痛了。Yeah.
Okay, so let's do it. We've got 10 questions for you. And number 1 is, as soon as her company announced the singer's first concert, news started to blank among eager fans looking forward to the event.So news started to probably go around, get passed along among her fans. Our choices are A, idle, which means to not do anything, just sort of hang out in place. Circulate is B, which means to go around. Circulate's our answer, I'm sure. C is orbit, and that also means go around, but it's a different kind of go around. Circulate means like in water, something moves around through the water or through a circulatory system in your body.But orbit means something going around the outside of a planet. So you wouldn't orbit news, but a person could orbit a group, for instance. And then we have D, register. To register, this actually is a very good contender because if something registers with people, they start to go, oh, that's a thing. I should understand it. So actually, news could start to register among her eager fans. That's actually pretty close. However, circulate is the much better choice. So choose B. As soon as her company announced the singer's first concert, news started to circulate among eager fans looking forward to the event.
好，所以 as soon as 就是一旦他的公司 announced 宣布这个 the singer's first concert。这一位歌者他的首次演唱会，那一宣布呢 news 就是消息开始怎么样呢 started to 那我们要选的是 be circulated circulate 就是流传的意思 go around 的意思 among eager fans 在那些很热切的粉丝之间这个消息立刻就开始流传了那这些热切的粉丝他们怎么样呢是 looking forward to the event 他们非常期待这一次的活动所以一宣布他的首次演唱会消息便开始在这个热切期待这场活动的粉丝当中开始流传那我们看其他选项 A, idle 它如果当动词的话呢它可以表示怎么样就是无所事事每天没事干闲晃这个一点都不努力的意思 idle all day long 就整天就闲晃什么事正事也不干放在这里当然很奇怪不对那 B 是正确选项 C, orbit 这个字呢是围绕着某个东西通常是有一个轨道在那里运行所以它本身的意思是 to revolve around 的意思 R-E-V-O-L-V-E 所以这个也不对那 D, register 这个字通常是登记或者注册但它有另外一个意思就是它就是听进去那种感觉但在这里呢如果别的答案都不行的话这个可能是正确的选项但是它绝对没有那个 circulate 来的常见还有意思来的更正确所以我们选 B
Number 2, online shopping can be a convenient option. It can be an easy thing and an easy way to get something. But some people prefer going to blank stores and making purchases in person. Hi, I am the second group. Why? Because I am a non-standard size. I always got to try the thing on. Or I want to see if it really looks like that thing. Pictures can hide things. Anyways, what kind of stores do you like to go to make purchases in person?Literary stores that are about literature? No. Temporary stores, 快闪店.
Yeah.
I mean, that could work, but like, why would you specifically go to a flash store or a pop-up store? That's weird. Then we have digital stores. Well, digital stores is online shopping, so that's a no. So then the last choice is physical. Physical means, how do you say physical in Chinese?
实体的
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to the actual, like, brick and mortar or... Well, brick and mortar is like the outdated term. No one says that anymore. We just say physical now. And that's our answer. So some people prefer going to physical stores like me and making purchases in person with cash. I like cash. Can we bring cash back?
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
Anyway, so choose D. Online shopping can be a convenient option, but some people prefer going to physical stores and making purchases in person.
所以呢，这个网络购物 online shopping 它 can be 它有可能是一个 convenient option 是个便利的选择，但是 some people 但有些人呢 prefer 比较喜欢 going to 到怎么样 physical stores 就是实体商店，所以我们要选 physical。然后呢 make purchases 购买东西 in person 亲自去购买东西。那我们看到其他选项 A literary 是文学的，这个地方跟文学没有关系。那 B temporary 是暂时的，快闪店可能就是一种 temporary stores， 但是应该也不是我们正确选项啊，因为你到这个快闪店万一买不到或者快闪店不见了呢，所以这个也不太对。那 C digital 是数位的，到数位商店去，那可能也是线上购物了，那也不对，所以我们要选 D physical stores。那这个有一个比较过时的一个 term 叫做 brick and mortar stores， 那这个brick 就是砖块 mortar 就是水泥，好，所以水泥砖块盖起来也就是实体的商店。
So number 3, the author intentionally kept the ending of the novel blank, leaving readers to speculate on the main character's fate. Wow, if they literally kept the ending of the novel blank, I would be screaming. No, write the ending, okay? But in fact, what's our blank word? We have ambiguous, which means we're uncertain about what happened. Ooh, that's probably the answer. Prosperous, meaning something made a lot of money. That doesn't make sense for the ending of a novel. Enormous, they made it super big. Well, I wouldn't mind that, actually, if it was interesting. They made the ending of the novel luxurious. Again, I don't know how you could make a novel luxurious unless you're like a very poetic writer. I don't know. Luxurious usually is about how wealthy something feels, like a hotel or like a clothing item or something. So choose A, ambiguous. The author intentionally kept the ending of the novel ambiguous, leaving readers to speculate on the main character's fate. We didn't know what happened, really.
好，所以这位作者呢 intentionally 就是故意地 kept the ending of the novel 把这个小说的结尾 kept it 怎么样呢？我们要选的是 ambiguous 模棱两可或者是隐晦不明。那这样子状况就会造成什么呢？造成 leaving readers to 就让读者自己去干嘛，叫做 leaving readers to， 所以他把结尾写的隐晦不明，让读者自己去 speculate on 猜测推测 the main character's fate 这个主角的命运，因为结尾没有那么清楚，所以读者只好自己去推测，自己去猜测这个主角的命运是什么。这 speculate 另外一个同义字也不错的一个字 conjecture C-O-N-J-E-C-T-U-R-E 那也是推测猜测的意思，所以我们要选 ambiguous。 那我们看 B 选项 prosperous 是繁荣的，这个结尾繁荣不知道什么意思。 C enormous 它结尾很巨大，这也很奇怪。 luxurious 是奢侈的，这个结尾写得很奢侈，这个都很奇怪，所以我们要选 A ambiguous， 这个结尾非常的 ambiguous。
And number 4, when Christine received the letter from her old high school friend, she opened the envelope in blank because they lost contact years ago. So we're talking about how she opened the envelope. In revenge? Can you open an envelope in revenge? Well, you opened my envelope, so I'm going to open yours. In demand. So if something is in demand, a lot of people want it. That doesn't make sense here at all. In haste means as quickly as possible. So this is like our answer because she's like, oh my gosh, my friend, I got to find out. In vain means if you open something in vain, it means that it didn't have what you needed. So it'd be like if she opened the envelope in vain, but it was empty. That's the only point. That's the only time in which in vain would work in this sentence. But in haste makes much more sense. So choose C. When Christine received the letter from her old high school friend, she opened the envelope in haste because they lost contact years ago.
好，所以当 Christine received the letter from 收到一个从哪里来的信呢？来自于她的 old high school friend， 她的这个 高中的老朋友的信。当他收到他高中老朋友的信的时候呢 She opened the envelope 他打开这个信封呢是怎么样的状况，是 in 什么呢？我们选 C haste in haste 就是匆忙很急忙的意思。那为什么呢？因为 they lost contact years ago 因为他们几年前失联了，现在居然收到他的信了，太棒了，所以答案应该是 C。 那我们看其他选项 A revenge 是报复的意思，你说他为了报复打开那个信封 doesn't make sense。 那 B demand in demand 是有这个需求，所以也不对，这个信封本身没有什么需求，他打开也不是说这个东西有人要买等等的，所以都不对。那我们看看第一选项 vain in vain 就是没有用，徒劳无功，就 to no avail A-V-A-I-L to no avail 或者是 without success。 那不管什么意思放在这里都很奇怪，所以我们要选的是 haste。 She opened the envelope in haste。Number
5, I was blank to walk into the bakery because the aroma of freshly baked bread made my mouth water. There's nothing like the smell of freshly baked bread. You're like, oh, yes. So I was forbidden to walk in the bakery. No, you can't go. I was suspended to walk. Well, that just doesn't work grammatically. You can't suspend to walk.I was granted to walk. I was allowed to walk in the bakery. That's the opposite of forbidden and equally doesn't make sense. And then I was tempted to walk into the bakery. This makes sense because you're like, ooh, that bread smelled so good. I really wanted to go in there. But did I? No. So choose D. I was tempted to walk into the bakery because the aroma of freshly baked bread made my mouth water.
好，所以 I was 怎么样呢？ I was 我们选 D tempted 就是诱惑，我受到诱惑想要 walk into the bakery 想要走进那个面包店。为什么呢？因为 the aroma of freshly baked bread 就是刚刚出炉的面包的香味。那这个片语大家把它学起来，因为这个我们常常想要表达这样的意思，刚出炉的面包香味叫做 the aroma of freshly baked bread。 那因为刚出炉的面包香味呢 made my mouth water 让我的口水直流， water 在这里流口水的意思，所以答案选 D tempted。 不过要注意啊，这 I was tempted to walk into the bakery 通常表示你没有进去，因为你如果进去你就直接进去了，你会说 I walked into the bakery because 什么什么。好，那我们看到 A 选项 forbidden 是禁止，你说这个很香，可是我被禁止进去，这个很奇怪，不对。B suspended 是暂停或者终止，英文也不会说 I was suspended to walk into somewhere， 不会有这种说法。
You can be suspended from doing a thing.
Yeah， 所以这个 suspended 你后面如果是 from 的话这有可能，但是意义其实也不合这个句子，所以意义用法都不对， B 不能选。那 C granted 是同意或者准许， I was granted to walk into the bakery 好像有一个人这个你要进这个面包店还要跟他申请，那最后他说好我准你进去了，意思也很奇怪，所以我们要选的是 D tempted. I was tempted to walk into the bakery.
And number 6, it was rumored that Alex was blamed for the mistakes on the important project, which might explain why he had a blank expression on his face over the past few days. You know, this is another sentence in which blank would actually work. If you have a blank expression on your face, you're in such shock that you don't have any feelings.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're blamed for an important project going bad, like, oof, that's a bad feeling. So did he have an A, naive expression? Well, naive means you're like, don't really know what's going on, or you're like innocent. You're like, is there a problem? So he wouldn't have had that. A witty expression means he's about ready to say a very funny joke, which not the time, Alex. Gloomy expression would be sad and upset, which would make sense. If you were blamed for mistakes, you're not going to feel good. So gloomy is our answer. Vague, letter D, also works because if you have a vague is like blank. It's the same thing in this case. A vague expression or a blank expression means you kind of don't know what you're feeling and you're kind of not really showing any expression on your face. So that could work. But obviously our sentence wants C, gloomy, because, you're going to be sad if you made mistakes. So choose C. It was rumored that Alex was blamed for the mistakes on the important project, which might explain why he has had a gloomy expression on his face over the past few days.
好，所以 it was rumored that 就是谣传，这个 Alex 他 was blamed for the mistakes， 他被责怪，被责备，为那些错误责备。什么错误呢？是 on the important project， 在那个很重要的企划上的那个错误，他因为这些错误被责备，听说是这样子。那 which 就这样的一件事情 might explain， 这可能就可以解释为什么他脸上 有一个什么样的 expression？ He had a 我们要选的是 gloomy 的愁容满面的 He had a gloomy expression on his face. 那 over the past few days 就最近这几天他脸上都愁容满面。好，那我们看 A 选项 naive 是天真的，不对。那 B witty 是很风趣机智的，这个也不对。那第4个选项 vague 是模糊的 not clear， 这3个放在这里都很怪啊，而且这3个都不太可能会用来形容啊。当然 naive 有可能啊，但是从这个文章的上下文来看 gloomy 是最合适的，我们选 C gloomy。
Number 7, accidents caused by vehicles that failed to yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. Basically, vehicles that did not stop for pedestrians have blank public anger, forcing the government to focus on road safety. So basically, people got angry about it. It set off public anger. Which word sounds like set off? We've got boasted, sparked, fulfilled, and violated. Sparked is closest to set off because if you spark a fire, you start it. So choose B. Accidents caused by vehicles that failed to yield to pedestrians in crosswalks have sparked public anger, forcing the government to focus on road safety.
好，所以 accidents 就是意外 caused by 由什么造成呢？由 vehicles 由车辆造成的意外。那这些车辆什么样的车辆呢？是那种 that failed to 是那种没有做到未能 failed to yield to 是礼让 pedestrians 行人 in crosswalks 就是行人穿越道上，因为没有礼让行人穿越道上行人的车辆所造成的意外已经怎么样呢 have 我们要选的是 sparked 这是英文常见的 collocation sparked public anger 就是 set off public anger 就引起了众怒 public anger 就是众怒。那 forcing 迫使政府怎么样呢专注于道路安全就是 forcing the government to focus on road safety 道路安全。那我们看其他选项 A boasted 是吹牛这个现在放的不对 C fulfilled 是完成这也很怪完成的众怒很怪 violated 侵犯违反的意思违反众怒这也很怪所以呢我们选 sparked 这是很常见的 collocation。
Number 8, Judith is seeking out a blank who can provide useful guidance and fully support her career development. She's looking for somebody to help her level up, basically. She's looking for someone who will teach her. Is that a successor? No, that's someone who follows her. Is that a collector? That's somebody who, has a lot of things. Is that a vendor? That's someone who sells things. So it must be D, mentor, somebody who teaches you things. So choose D. Judith is seeking out a mentor who can provide useful guidance and fully support her career development.
好，所以 Judith 她正在 seeking out 就是很注意的在找很努力在找一个怎么样呢我们要选的是 mentor 一个导师因为我们看后面做的事情是导师做的事情什么事情呢这个导师要能够 provide useful guidance 能够提供有用的指导而且可以 fully support her career development 可以全力支持她的职业发展她的 career development 这样的一个导师所以我们要选导师 D。那 A 选项 successor 是继任者这个他不是要找个继任者而且如果是要 fully support her career development 那不是继任者要做的事情所以 A 不对 collector 是收集者当然不对 C vendor 是小贩也不对好所以我们选 D mentor。
And number 9, many customers have commented that the technicians at this auto shop are highly professional, they're good at their jobs, and can blank fix problems on nearly any type of vehicle. I don't even need the blank. I'm definitely going to this shop. They can fix problems on nearly any car. But how do they fix these problems? Is it efficiently, like they do it quickly and well? That's probably our answer. Do they anxiously fix problems? I wouldn't want anxious people working on my car. Do they innocently fix problems? They fix problems even though they don't know what they're doing? Or do they optimistically fix problems? They're like, well, I'm really good at this, so I can do it. No, choose A. Many customers have commented that the technicians at this auto shop are highly professional and can efficiently fix problems on nearly any type of vehicle.
好，所以很多的顾客呢 have commented that 他们做出了这样的评论这完成式说什么呢说 the technicians at this auto shop 这一间汽车维修行的技师呢 are highly professional 非常的专业而且他们可以怎么样 fix problems 就是 修好一些问题。这个问题是怎么样 ？On nearly any type of vehicle， 任何种类车辆的问题，他们几乎都可以修。那我们看它怎么个修法呢？我们要找个副词来修饰这个 fix。那A efficiently， 这个不错，它很有效率的能够修好，不是说给你修了10天半个月才把它修好，马上就修好了，那是 A， 所以这应该是正确选项。B anxiously 是很焦虑的，哇，那如果这个技师在修车的时候很焦虑，那个我想客人也不放心嘛，因为技师大概不知道怎么办，很焦虑。那 C 呢？Innocently 很无辜的，那你说他很无辜的修，这个英文不会这样子讲哈，中文也不会这样讲，中文会说他很无辜的修理这些问题，不会。那 optimistically 是很乐观的修，所以他可能修一修也没什么把握，可是他说没问题，你开出去吧，就开出去轮子就掉了，所以 optimistic 也不对，我们要选的是 efficiently。
And number 10, Jacob's promotion triggered blank among his colleagues who also felt they deserved the position but got overlooked instead.Uh-oh. Bad position for Jacob. He's got to quick appease these people. Okay, but what did his promotion trigger? Did it trigger mercy among his colleagues? They decided not to kill him, therefore? Did it trigger courtesy among his colleagues? Suddenly they treated him more politely. Or did it trigger jealousy among his colleagues? They got angry about that he got something they didn't. The only thing that doesn't work is privacy. I mean, they all... A and B don't work, but the only one that grammatically doesn't work is privacy, because you can't trigger privacy. So that doesn't work at all. So choose C. Jacob's promotion triggered jealousy among his colleagues, who also felt they deserved the position but got overlooked instead.
好，所以 Jacob 他的升职 triggered 也是引发的意思，也是 set off 的意思。triggered 怎么样 ？jealousy。引发了嫉妒，所以我们第7题有 sparked public anger， 这里呢各位又记到一个很好的 collocation， 就是 trigger jealousy among people， 所以这些嫉妒是怎么样？是他的同事之间的嫉妒，所以是 triggered jealousy among his colleagues， 就是引发了他同事之间对他的嫉妒。那在同事怎么样？他们也觉得 they deserved the position， 他们应该得到那个职位，但是呢 got overlooked instead， 但是 instead 就是没有得到那个职位，反而是怎么样 got overlooked， 被 disregarded， 就是被忽视了，所以我们选 C jealousy 是最好的。那刚刚在 Angela 是用了一个字，他说他要赶快最好要去 appease these people， 那个 appease 是 A-P-P-E-A-S-E， 他就是安抚的意思，他要赶快去安抚他的同事。好，那我们看看选项 A mercy 慈悲，他引发了慈悲，升职引发慈悲，这很奇怪。B courtesy 谦恭有礼的举止，你说他升职了就引发全公司的人开始对彼此非常谦恭有礼，那很奇怪。D privacy 隐私，英文也不会讲 trigger privacy， 而且这个句子跟隐私没有关系，所以我们要选的是 C jealousy triggered jealousy。
Okay, that's all the vocabulary we have for you, unfortunately. Cool. But, join us again next time and you'll get more Ivy English. Until then, bye-bye.